What is up, you geezer, blow tie geezers? It is Chris Modern9 here. What a strange game of football I just watched. Wow. Chelsea 3, Derby 2. And if you look at it in a strange way, technically, Derby won 4-1. Yeah, Derby actually scored 4 goals in the first half, technically. 2 going at either end. So you got Derby scoring 2 own goals, and then you got Derby scoring 2 goals from Marriott and Waghorn, and then Fabregas getting the... Well, technically, Fabregas did get the winner in the latter stages of the first half. Yeah, that first half was all over the place. There's a lot to talk about. Of course, Frank Lampard returning to Stamford Bridge, and, well, I've got nothing but respect for Frank Lampard. As you know, I'm a huge fan of Frank Lampard. The reception that he got at the end of the game, where he applauded the fans, both sets of fans, both Chelsea fans and Derby fans, well, I've got nothing but respect for him. I love the guy, despite the fact he was in the opposite dugout. I literally did not want Frank Lampard to get thrashed today. I really didn't. I thought the result today was respectful. You know, both in the fact that, you know, Chelsea, well, we did okay. You know, the goals that we conceded, you know, were due to absolutely terrible defending, and, well, it was. Chelsea's defending was bloody awful. And, of course, well, Derby should have their heads held high despite missing out on the quarterfinals, because they played really well. Like, Frank Lampard's Derby's tactics were absolutely on point today. They were great. The pressing, the chances they had on goal, you know, it was good for them. A really good performance. Yeah, Frank Lampard is an underrated manager. I mean, he's only been at Derby for what, a few days, a few months, and he's really got them playing really good football. So, I mean, you can't argue with that. You know, Frank, we taught him well at Chelsea. You know, Frank Lampard is not only a fantastic player on the pitch, but he's also a good tactician, apparently. So, you know, you got to give him credit where it's due. Derby really gave us a game. Very good. As for Chelsea, well, let's talk about a few things about us. Well, we were very lucky to get those own goals. Tomori, I mean, to be honest with you, it was a bit unlucky for Tomori. He sliced it. The ball just trickled in underneath Carson, the far post, and, well, it just went into the net. Other than that, Tomori put on a fantastic performance, you know, apart from that. So Tomori should be very pleased with his performance, despite the early own goal. And then we conceded a few minutes after this with just absolute terrible defending. Marriott benefiting from the space that our awful defending gave to him, and then just drove it into the far corner. So that was 1-1. And then we had Zabacosta crossing the ball in, and then Derby's other defender, I do believe it was Richard Keogh, just deflecting it in off his foot and then went in the goal. So that was 2-1 to Chelsea. And then, I kid you not, even more crappy defending, especially from Emerson. Like, Emerson's defending today was awful. I think his marking needs to improve, because he literally gave Martin Waghorn up front more space than a plane has in an airport. I'm not even kidding. Like, he had so much space to just receive the ball from the cross and then just knock it in past Caballero. I mean, there's nothing the goalkeeper could do. And, well, if you're giving the striker so much space to do whatever he wants to do, then of course he's going to score. And of course you're going to have problems. So, yeah, 2-2, Derby County, equalised for the second time. And then, well, Fabregas scores quite a great goal, a kind of goal that Frank Lampard would have probably been proud of. And, yeah, knocking it past Carson with a little bit of a deflection. But, yeah, technically, Derby scored 4 goals on the night. Well, 2 at either end. And, well, Fabregas got the winner, technically. And, yeah, we went out 3-2 winners. Second half was a little bit of the idea of Chelsea sort of steadying the ship a little bit. We played a little bit of a good passing game. But then right at the end of the actual second half, Derby suddenly just came out. They had some really good chances. We had David Nugent hitting off the post. That kind of frightened me a little bit. Then we also had a few chances from Marriott. Then we had another chance from Mason Mount. And then, yeah, well, Derby technically could have forced it to penalties right at the end. But, I mean, like I said, Derby County should have their heads held high, despite losing. Frank Lampard, you know, should be very proud of his players. And, well, like I said, the reception at the end of the game, you know, with Lampard applauding the fans, both Derby and Chelsea fans, you know, you couldn't have asked for a better reception. I mean, that gave me goosebumps. That really did. Just watching Lampard just applauding to the fans. It just brought back memories, you know. Just the fact that him being on the pitch, the fact that that man applauding the Chelsea fans and the Derby fans is the man responsible for so many goals scored from midfield at Stamford Bridge. And I have nothing but respect for the man, you know, despite the fact he was in his opposite dugout along with Jody Morris, the assistant manager at Derby. Like I said, I didn't want Frank Lampard to get thrashed today. I really didn't. I didn't want to see Chelsea beat Derby like 4 or 5-0. That would have been disrespectful for Lampard, to be honest, because like I said, I just have so much respect for the guy, and the fact that Lampard actually came to Stamford Bridge, took his Derby team to Stamford Bridge and actually gave Chelsea a game. I mean, yep, our defending was terrible today, but to be honest with you, it was a respectful result, and I'm happy. So, I'm sad that Lampard is walking away from Stamford Bridge with a defeat, but of course, like I said, he should have his head held high, as well as the Derby players, as well as the Derby fans. You know, we go to the quarterfinals, and we got to play Bournemouth. Yes, that's right, we've got to play Bournemouth in the quarterfinals of the League Cup. And of course, there's Arsenal versus Tottenham as well. So one of Arsenal or Spurs will be getting eliminated from the quarterfinals. So that's awesome. Some of our standout players today. Definitely Kovacic and Willian. I think Kovacic had a fantastic game playing in midfield. I thought he played a couple of really good passes. He was very quick. He was slick. There were a few passes that he kind of gave away. But, you know, other than that, it was an okay performance from him. I'm not going to argue over Kovacic's performance today. Same again with Willian. Willian was okay. He cut the ball inside. You know, Willian, Kovacic, solid performance. Loftus-Cheek again, was very impressed by him. First 70 minutes, he was energetic, very explosive, got the ball to really important positions. He's just got that strength about him in midfield that I really, really like. And yeah, if he keeps going, then he's definitely going to be in contention for the top spots in that Chelsea midfield. I mean, you look at our Chelsea midfield right now, there's a lot in there. There's a lot of congestion in there, a lot of really top quality midfielders in our Chelsea midfield. It's going to be very difficult to see where Loftus-Cheek fits into that, but you know, if he keeps working hard, I think he's got a good opportunity to break into that midfield and yeah, really impressed Sarri. Morata, he was a bit silent today, to be honest with you. First half, I didn't even hear his name being mentioned at all. He was, well, I'm not sure that he did enough in that first half. But in the second half, it has to be said, he did have opportunities in front of goal. He did actually test the keeper on a number of occasions. So you can't really knock him for that. You know, some of the headers that he was doing, yeah, okay, some of them were a bit wide, but at the end of the day, he did test the keeper with a few opportunities. And if the goalkeeper was not on his game, Scott Carson, very, very experienced goalkeeper, he's played for a few clubs, including Liverpool. You know, if he was off song today, I think Morata could have got at least a goal. But, you know, you can't knock Morata for trying, but he just needs to do a bit more up front. He just needs to link up with wide men more to, you know, create space for not only the wide men, but for himself. You know, this is what I've been saying constantly about his game. You know, he needs to be a bit more strong up front, be like a strong presence. I didn't really see that from him today in the first half especially, but in the second half he kind of picked his game up and he was very good. Yeah, sorry Frank, I wish there was something else we could have done to make you a bit more happier, but I appreciate the man. But I'm a Chelsea fan at the end of the day, and I'm happy to see Chelsea be going through to the quarterfinals, of course. So, yes. Woo! Right, just to change the subject just a little bit in this video. This applies to the people here that are here for the Overwatch League videos. You're going to be getting a preview tomorrow for the Overwatch World Cup matches at BlizzCon. There's 4 matches I've got a preview. I'm going to be giving you my predictions as to who's going to be going through to those matches. You've got Finland, China, you've got Canada, France, Australia, South Korea, USA versus UK. It's going to be an absolute fantastic Overwatch World Cup this year. Some fantastic players on show. And yeah, I'm going to be giving you a full preview of all of the games, and I'm going to be giving you my predictions. So yeah, stay tuned for that if indeed you are here for esports and Overwatch esports. I mean, you want to stick around for that. If not, you might as well just wait for the Chelsea Crystal Palace game that I'm probably going to be doing on Saturday. So yeah, thank you very much for watching, guys. Big respect to Frank Lampard tonight. I mean, fantastic, guys. Fantastic win. Appreciate Frank Lampard and Jody Morris as well. Don't forget Jody Morris, because he's also Chelsea through and through. Anyway, thank you very much for watching the video, guys. Until the next video, I shall see you later. Hey door, and peace.